Welcome to another session of Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. When we left our investigators, they were standing outside of the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, having found quite a bit of information. They are currently looking into a mysterious residence called the Corbett House, on behalf of a wonderfully named Edgar A. Butterworth. Listener, I cannot stress how much restraint we have all showed not making a single maple syrup joke yet.
Yet.
Pancake Baron of Seattle.
He has the flappest of jacks. Now, Mr. Butterworth is sadly not in the pancake business, unless something has gone horribly wrong with a lumberjack accident, as he is in the business of funerals. He is looking to create a new funeral home here in Seattle. However, the place he's purchased, apparently he doesn't yet have the deed for, and its former occupants have been sent to the insane asylum of the Northwest Territory.
Mortuary's haunted.
Do cocaine about it.
Mm-hmm.
Listeners, we do not advocate for the usage of cocaine in any of its forms, despite the number of ghosts in your blood.
Unless it's the 1800s, at which point it's fine.
Despite the number of times that we've made that joke.
We'll make that joke when it stops being funny. Now, you are standing outside of the Seattle PI. You have just been spending a few hours going through the records, locating clippings, news stories, and piecing together a strange set of affairs that seem to all center around this incredibly spooky house. Additionally, you've learned that while the previous occupant, Walter Corbett, had passed away, he belonged to some kind of strange church, referred to as the Church of Contemplation. Now, we find ourselves with a young man standing in front of you who just let you know he's got an important message for you. He looks between Sofie, Dr. Jensen, Julian. So I got a very important message to deliver. Very, very time sensitive. Gotta make sure that's delivered to you in a prompt fashion.
Great, stop talking and give it to us.
Hand it over, young man.
Kind of taps his foot a little bit. He slowly puts his hand out.
Oh, I give him a coin.
And as soon as you do, he pockets that, slides a small handwritten note out of his pocket. Oh, of course, I've got it right here, in fact. So I was sent by a Mr. Butterworth, who wished to inform you that whenever you are ready to explore that house, to please contact him right away. He would like to accompany you there, although he'll probably remain outside during your investigation. He also wanted to make sure that you were informed that he ran into a curious person. He did not catch their name, but they claimed to be familiar with the Corbett house, and asked him to meet them there. Apparently he looked away, and when he looked back, the person was gone. Is there any message that you need delivered?
We will probably head there straight away. Do we have anywhere else that we'd like to check out first? Would you two like to go to the church first, or should we just head straight to the house?
Dear GM, would we, in our research with the articles, would we know where the church is and kind of relative to where it is towards Capitol Hill?
The church is located over on what today would be University Hill. So more along the lines of where the University District is.
Okay. So we'd be going out of our way, I guess, first to try and go to the church before the house.
For right now, you're downtown, so you would need to do a little bit of hoofing it or get a carriage either way.
We're downtown, and remind me, where is the house itself?
Up in kind of the edge between downtown and Capitol Hill.
Okay, so it's between the two. It's between downtown and the church.
Yep. Think of modern Seattle geography, it'd be just past Pike Place.
And listeners, it is, in fact, Pike Place. No S. No S.
There is no possessive. There is only possession.
Hey, Sofie, what do you know about possession and how to stop it? Just out of idle curiosity.
Did somebody say Pike's Place? That's not a real thing, is it?
No, no one said that.
No one from here said that. All right, so as your GM, letting you know, you do have one other lead you could choose to follow up on if you wanted to. The insane asylum of the Washington Territory is down near where Fort Steilacoom was.
That's like a long way, right? That's down by like Olympia, isn't it?
Not Olympia. It'd be about halfway between here and Tacoma.
Oh, okay.
However, it is the kind of thing that you could potentially take a carriage to get to. It would be a long walk, but could certainly be done with a quick ride.
So basically, we've got then the Corbett House where Mr. Butterworth wants to meet us.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the church, and then we've got then the insane asylum, which is where we can ostensibly speak to potentially the previous owner of the house who was committed for whatever reasons.
Being cray-cray.
Or as far as we know, it could all be a massive conspiracy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just one thing to clarify is that Butterworth is not waiting for you right now. He just wants to, whenever you are going to head over,
Fair, okay.
He wants to be like in and around. He probably won't come with you inside, but given that the last time he sent people in, they disappeared, he wants to be nearby in case you like yell for help or anything.
For my part as a player, I would say I want to go check out the church. Not really because it's necessarily the best clue, but it just sounds the creepiest place for us to.
I don't disagree that it sounds creepy. I just don't know, like, what are we? Hi, we're here to investigate a cult, or?
I just love the fact, and not that I entirely disagree, but I mean, we've got an insane asylum that we could go to. Oh, but the church is the creepiest place we could possibly go.
Correct.
I mean, I feel like that's somewhat true in real life.
I guess from the player perspective, I don't know what we would accomplish at the church. I mean, we could go to the insane asylum to see to see the.
That's kind of my thought. Is before we go to the house itself, go meet the guy.
Yeah,
you guys are no fun.
I'm tons of fun. Ask Artie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he knows.
And Big Bill, and pretty much anyone at Madame Lou's, or Madame Lou, or Matthias. Pretty much anyone except old Agda.
And Chong-Hu.
He has a soft spot. He's just he doesn't like to admit it, but
he lovingly tolerates you.
That's one way of putting it. I would have said he's got a massive crush on me, but
of course you would.
You believe what you need to believe.
Mm-hmm. All right, so are you all leaning in one particular direction? Are we going to split the party up?
How bad you want to do it, Aaron?
Yeah, we're splitting the party. Fuck it. Hello.
Oh, God, this is fantastic.
Are you actually?
Yeah, fuck it.
All right. So, deciding that the best way of tackling this would be splitting up.
I guess I might as well just go straight to the house then, right? We'll just do this 3 ways.
Yeah, we could get it done so fast. We'll be done with this mission in like 15 minutes.
Brian, I am not, in fact, going to the house all on my own.
Thank you.
Brian, you can tell me, like, off the record, should I really just not do that? Would you rather we just stay together?
It is totally fine. It is absolutely fine to do that. In fact, I think in some ways it might be very interesting for Sofie to go explore the church.
Yeah, make a manipulation test, Sofie.
I know you're saying that to make me rethink my decision, but I'm not
Oh.
going to do it.
I'm not.
Uh-huh.
No, it will be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited about this outcome, actually.
I know. I'd like to give you something to entertain you, Brian, in this podcast.
I mean, really, nobody says, GM, what terrible choices am I going to make for you?
Right. You know, every once in a while we got to do something dumb just so you can have a moment.
Hey, I mounted that brook horse for you.
That's true.
You did.
You definitely did do that.
You did.
You did do that.
And you had a plan. So,
Good plan.
quick check, since we are splitting the party. Will Dr. Jensen be going to the insane asylum or checking out the church?
I feel
or
like
staying and having a coffee?
I feel like can I just go to the bar? No. I'll probably go to the insane asylum because it'd be worth to try and figure out what's going on from
a medical perspective.
Or just from the previous owner, right? Like, yeah.
Okay.
And maybe my medical degree can lend us some credibility to get in. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Julian can just break out the neck.
Hello, I am Dr. Carlos Young.
I was going to say, obviously he will just break up.
I already have an established persona for this.
Right.
It's a good one.
I love that you're bringing an actual doctor and then you're pretending to be a doctor. All right, now, are you guys going to meet up somewhere specific after you've done your investigations? Are you going to meet up at the house this evening?
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
You know, I think it would be
I don't think he's serious.
I think it would be more atmospheric if we waited till, I don't know, say 3 a.m.? 3 a.m. work for everyone? 3 a.m. at the haunted house?
So let's meet up at the bar to get a tie one on before we go to the house at the wee hours of the morning.
Let's go to the bar first. Yeah.
It's always good to approach a haunted house a little buzzed.
Gotta keep loose.
All right. Julian and Dr. Jensen are able to get a carriage. It feels perhaps a little bit familiar for the two of you, as not too long ago you were traveling by carriage up to a certain resort town.
Anyone asks us for kerosene, we shoot them on sight.
I was just saying, I'm shooting the first hitchhiker we see.
I've taught them so well. The insane asylum of Washington Territory was built on the former site of Fort Steilacoom, a military fort which was later sold to the Washington Territory. Built up as a hospital for those with troubled minds, the large, sprawling building resembles a farmstead, although with several larger and more imposing buildings scattered about. Upon your arrival, you are greeted by a pair of broad-shouldered orderlies who inquire if you need any help with anything or anyone. What do you do?
Do either of the orderlies smell like garlic?
Nope, not at all.
That's good.
Yes, we're here to see a patient.
Oh, of course. Come right on in. We can get you checked in. Who are you here to see?
Some know him as Matthias, but I believe most refer to him as Walter Corbett, please.
There is no one by either of those names here. Now, Phoenix, you do know from your conversation that the former occupants of the Corbett house were Mario and Gabriella Bruno.
Pardon. They're also known sometimes as those people whose names I didn't write down.
You are led inside. And Bill, Dr. Jensen is surprised to see a familiar face.
Oh.
Looking over a few notes on a clipboard, you see your drinking friend, Gaston Le Bon.
Oh, my goodness.
That makes sense.
How long has it been since I've seen Gaston?
Probably a couple of weeks. The two of you semi-regularly meet up for drinks down at our house, and kind of just talk about things.
In the middle of our street.
Definitely not therapy.
Definitely not therapy over steaks and beers.
Mm-hmm. And not talking about our feelings and, developing as...
Oh, certainly not.
As a full...
Certainly not.
That's how you know you're a man.
Exactly.
By having deep rapport over beers and steaks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was talking about the repressed feelings, but yes, that too.
Right, not talking about our feelings, right?
We didn't invent that till the 1960s. It's fine.
Feelings didn't exist until the 60s.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
We discovered them on LSD. But anyways, Gaston Le Bon kind of spreads his arms wide. Dr. Jensen. I had not seen... I would expect to see you here. What has brought you to the asylum?
Oh.
That's right, Phoenix. Laugh at my very good French accent. You're welcome.
It's taking so much willpower, and Aaron already did it. But yes, all I want to do is just go into the microphone.
It makes me want to say, onions.
First we take a nap, and then we fire the missiles.
Oh, well, fire the missiles.
We're old.
How dare you?
Why do you think he has that outrageous accent?
Gaston, my friend, what a pleasant surprise. I actually was not expecting to see you here either. We're here to see potentially one of the patients here. And Lucius will turn to Julian. Was the last name Bruno?
Definitely not Corbett. It was definitely not Corbett.
Mario Bruno.
Yeah, I have been looking into that case, yes.
Do you happen to know why he's here?
Oh, unfortunately so. It is a very concerning case, unfortunately. Come, we will talk. I assume you wish to try and speak with you?
If that is possible, yes. That'd be greatly appreciated.
He leads you down a hallway and then into another wing. There is a series of rooms along the sides of this corridor. Each heavily reinforced door has a small slot in the front that can be slid with a little lever to look into the room or to close the door. Mr. Bruno was submitted about a month or so ago. No, pardon me, that was the wife. Mario came into us here about 3 months ago. He had a serious accident. He also, as we later learned, tried to drown his wife.
My lord.
He has been greatly affected by something. He cannot go anywhere near water, which is a challenge. We have been trying to steady his mind with various hydrotherapy techniques, but getting him even close to the water seems to deeply unsettle him.
Is he afraid of... So, like, even a glass of water will upset him?
That is correct.
Is he afraid of something, like, in the water? Or has...
I am unsure. We have tried to avoid provoking him. I must admit, you will find him in rather rough shape. Yes. I don't believe we've gotten to meet before.
My apologies, Gaston. This is a colleague of mine, and he'll turn. This is Julian Benavides.
You've probably heard of me.
The performer?
In the flesh.
I have heard a recording of you playing.
Many have.
It is quite impressive.
Well, yes, thank you. I just turned to Dr. Jensen. I like him. Now, pardon, because I may be crossing Phoenix with Julian at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But you're talking about a fear of water. Isn't that a classical symptom of rabies?
Pause while Brian looks that up.
I am going down the wrong path. Pardon.
Good call, Phoenix.
Hydrophobia is a symptom of rabies.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Like 40% of our listeners immediately going, "Oh shit, this guy got rabies."
Yeah. Some scary shit. I don't want to go anywhere near that guy.
So you ask that, and much smarter than me, Gaston Le Bon kind of nods. Oui, it is, but all of the other symptoms one would expect to see are not presented. There is no aggression in the same way. There is no foaming at the mouth. There is no death. Instead, he seems to be obsessive about the text of the Holy Bible. He is forever clutching the book and pointing to passages. It is very strange.
You said his wife is here as well.
Indeed.
And given Mario's history, I can only imagine she is in rough shape as well.
Well, that is what surprised me, is about a month ago, she arrived and checked herself in.
Really?
Yeah, we are right at Mario's room. I will tell you more about Gabrielle in a moment. Do you wish to try and speak to him?
Lucius will nod.
Yeah, very well. Come. He unlocks the door. And heads inside. Mario Bruno is a kind of thin Italian man. His face has a little bit of loose skin around it, making it seem like he was once much more heavy-set than he is now. He has a well-worn Bible sitting in his lap as he sits in a small cot, and he's flipping back and forth through pages, reading them and muttering to himself in a very animated way. The glowing eyes, green eyes, stinking water.
I'm gonna go ahead and hand Dr. Jensen my family Bible. I don't know if this will help, however, you are the expert in bedside manner, but in my experience of bedside manner, establishing rapport might help.
Lucius doesn't quite know how to respond to that.
Gaston just kind of snickers and, very playfully elbows Julian a little bit in the arm.
I knew this was a mistake. And he'll take the Bible, and he'll just kind of have it in hand next to him, but he'll try to kind of slowly but steadily approach Mario and just, excuse me, Mr. Bruno, I'm Mario.
He's muttering so quietly, it's almost a little hard to hear him. But you lean in a little bit closer, and you just hear the glowing eyes, green eyes, stinking water, fires, glowing eyes, green eyes, stinking waters, fires.
Does any of that ring a bell for a Vossen in my mind? Am I able to recall something from the library?
We're going to hold off for just a little bit before you all sync back up, because you can only make one learning test between the three of you.
So one more time, it was
glowing green eyes, stinking water, and fire.
Okay. He'll make a note, and then again, he'll just kind of raise a hand up and slowly just kind of Mario, and he'll just put one hand on his shoulder just to see if he can get the gentleman to focus.
As soon as you touch his shoulder, he jumps startled. He looks at you with panicked eyes, and he points dramatically at the Bible. By his own weapon is the devil worsted. Moses parted the red waves, and the book doesn't say what he found there. It forgot the devil's glowing green eyes. I've seen them! I've seen them! And he begins to hyperventilate. Gaston's like, Dr. Jensen, please, step out.
Okay, you kind of slowly stand up and just back away. It's okay. Just
Mario is getting more and more worried, like slamming his hand down on this page, trying to like communicate something that he can't say. And a couple of orderlies head in.
Lucius will actually hold up a hand with the orderlies, like, okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
He'll look at Mario and then kind of go look down where he's pointing. What can I see? What passage in the Bible he's?
It seems completely unrelated to what he's talking about. He was referencing Moses, but what he's slamming his finger on is in the New Testament.
Quick question for you, Brian. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
This is sounding very familiar to me, because I think he might be referring to something that I have a fiddle that belongs to. Didn't the neck also have green eyes?
The neck, interestingly, had golden eyes.
He had golden eyes, pardon me.
That were frog-like.
Okay.
That's how you know he's the spawn of the devil.
I mean, yeah.
Can't trust frogs. Well established.
Could be worse. I mean, it could have been like toad-like eyes, and that would just be...
Oh my god. Phoenix, how dare you? Too far.
Too far.
I'm toad-hating on Maine here.
Because the neck was also sensitive to Christian symbols. I guess that's not unusual for Vossen, though.
That is actually very common for many Vossen.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, he's... Bill, you take kind of a close look for a second, and the orderlies look like they want to get in there, but they're willing to give you a moment to kind of look. And he is slamming his finger down over and over again on the parable of the talents. Which I think is a Bible thing. I don't know. I'm a bad person to ask.
Is that the one about of whom much is given, much is expected, I believe?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's in the Bible. It's under Matthew. Nailed it.
Hey, y'all didn't want to do my trip, so you guys get
don't worry.
to learn about things.
We'll get your trip soon.
Yeah, I know.
So smug right now. So smug right now.
Oh, don't worry. That'll fix.
Lucius he'll look at Mario and go, Mario, we've been asked to go look at the house. Is that where you saw this?
Mario starts just saying green eyes fire as fast as he can. And he starts almost like hiccuping as he says it. Like he's trying to say words faster than his vocal cords will allow him to do.
Okay. Lucius will back up and let the orderlies do their thing.
The orderlies kind of quickly rush in. They wrap some very heavy blankets around Mario. You are pretty sure some kind of medication gets brought out. And after a few minutes, his kind of panicked breathing starts slowing down. Gaston shakes his head. I have rarely seen a case that is quite this dramatic.
Yes, it's quite concerning.
But come, let us speak to his wife, Gabrielle. Gabrielle is let us say, at least more lucid than Mario is. And he leads the two of you further over to the women's wing. But we're going to cut over to Sofie.
Oh boy.
Aaron. Sofie has taken a trip over to a little bit of a less developed area. There's still a few houses around. There's a little bit of growth in this area, but not nearly as developed as downtown. And certainly not as developed as the University District is today. Now, despite the area around University Hill starting to grow, there's something about this site that has caused it to be left unattended. What's left of an old wooden church stands at the end of a crooked and dingy street. The burned-out ruins are overgrown with greenery. Mosses and ivies that have just completely overtaken the space. You pass through a little bit of a slumping area of masonry and see something. There's an area where a symbol has been painted. It looks like the paint was just freshly swabbed on. And there are 3 Ys arranged in a triangle, so the top element of each Y touches the other 2. And in their center is a staring eye.
Okay. Does that symbol ring any bells for me?
No, this is not something that Sofie has ever encountered in her books before.
And you said it looks recent.
Mm-hmm. Very.
I'm about to get kidnapped by cultists, you guys. I may have made poor life decisions.
Disagree.
I'm doing this for you, Brian. I just want you to know that. Does it... Okay, so did the guy already told us there was something about eyes before what they just had, right? Wasn't there something that we learned about, or am I making that up from like another episode or something?
You might be conjuring that whole cloth.
Okay, cool.
I don't think there was anything about eyes that previously came up.
Okay. Then, yeah, I will just... So you said it's on some masonry, like crumbling masonry on the outside of the ruin?
Inside.
Does it look...
Aaron.
Oh, boy.
Can I get an observation test from you?
Please know, listeners, that Aaron thought it would be really fucking funny to split the party. And now that something scary is going to happen, Aaron is really scared. And nervous. And concerned. And so forth. Observation test.
Mm-hmm.
I got this. It's fine.
Exactly.
It's fine. Don't I have something? I have, it's not dark though yet, right?
Nope.
Okay.
No, you're still in like the afternoon at this point.
Well, thank goodness.
You're not wandering a burned out church in the night.
But that's the best time.
I hear 3 a.m. is the best time.
That is one success on 7 dice.
Okay. Sofie is looking at this symbol, kind of staring at it, and you feel a buzzing in your head. Like a pain of a migraine just starting to come on. But you kind of shake it off, and that sound of buzzing kind of fades to a low background hum.
I am in danger.
And I helped.
These things are not related. I don't know why.
I helped put you in danger.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I am going to... I want to look around the interior of the ruin to see if there's like a hatch or a door or something where... Because obviously this site is active in some way because people painted stuff on it, so...
Give me a vigilance test with a +2 bonus.
Is that because I have friends next to me? Because I hope not.
You got yours.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey! Okay, that was pretty cool. That's 2 successes on 6 dice, and one of them started to fall off, and I bumped it with my arm, and then that one landed on a 6.
So, cheating.
With the assist, yeah, hacks.
So, Sofie is kind of searching around. And, because it was on her mind and she was thinking about it, she's able to feel that little bit of give from a board in the floor. Kind of quickly hop back, tap it a little bit with your foot, and you can hear that sound of rotted, decaying wood. Clear some of this moss off, and there are some rotted out boards that you're pretty sure you could pull up. And underneath, there's a basement.
I would like to listen to see if I can hear anybody down there.
Mm-hmm. You kind of crouch down, dead silent. No sound at all.
Again, for the record, doing this for my GM.
Do it.
I take out the hurricane lantern.
Mm-hmm.
And I will very slowly descend into the darkness.
Okay. It takes a little bit to kind of pull some of those boards off. You're able to hold the hurricane lantern down, and you can see that in that basement, before you jump in, it's probably going to be about 6 to 7 feet down. But you see signs of some chairs, some furniture. There's stuff that you could probably move around to be able to climb back out. And there's no movement.
You guys, real talk, I so badly want to be like, fuck this, and get a carriage just to steal a tomb. But that would be no fun. That would be no fun for Brian and no fun for the listeners. So
you gotta keep going in. You gotta find out.
I committed.
You know what would be fun? You showing up at the mental asylum and be like, guys, I got scared. Do you know how much Julian would never, ever let you forget that?
Yeah, that's very true.
Now I'm torn.
It's very true.
You doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do it. But do I have anything that would hold on, I'm just looking at my items to see if maybe there's anything.
Like, do you have rope or anything like that?
No. I took Sofie took the rope out of her starting equipment to make room for more book.
That tracks.
Yeah, no.
Well, in classic Sofie fashion, she will probably take off her book skirt before climbing down in the hole.
I don't know if she would leave it out here when she has nobody out here to watch over it. But she probably will take it off in order to have it not hinder her.
Yeah, I was going to say, it would add a lot of weight to getting back out.
Yeah.
Just leave Yortz up here. He'll guard it.
I will leave it. I'm going to take it off and leave it up. As usual, I have pants on underneath.
Mm-hmm.
I will leave it up here, and I will try to cover it with moss and tree branches.
Okay.
So nobody just walks by and is like, oh, free skirt full of books. Don't see that every day.
Let's be fair. A, no one really comes around here.
That's true. Okay.
B, that skirt's too goddamn heavy for anyone to steal.
Oh, you're so right. Yeah, okay.
So Sofie kind of tucks it away in a corner, far away from that symbol, which there's something just wrong about it. She dislikes it. It definitely kind of triggers that sixth sense of hers. And she lowers herself down. In the basement, you see that in the back of the area, back of the room, there's a staircase that is completely filled with debris. At some point, it would have been easy to get up and down here, but apparently whenever this place was burned down, that collapsed in on itself. There is an elaborate wooden cabinet in the back corner. There are a pair of skeletons wearing robes. And affixed to iron rings in the walls are manacles. We will get back to what Sofie does as she's exploring down there in just a bit, but we're going to cut back briefly to the asylum. Julian, Dr. Jensen, and Gaston make their way through the women's wing and head to Mrs. Bruno's room. From what I understand, there is... Unfortunately, Miss Gabriella Bruno, when she was admitted, she claimed to see strange things in the house that she shared with Mario. She said she felt a terrible presence of evil.
Is that why she checked herself in?
I believe so. Give me just a moment, and I will make sure she's feeling decent for company.
Of course.
He briefly raps on the door, slides open that little shutter. They have a few quick, quiet words. Then he nods back towards the two of you and opens the door. Come in. Feel free to meet Mrs. Gabriella Bruno.
Lucius will step in.
The room has several large windows. There is a small, comfortable bed, a writing desk. It's much less austere than Mario's room. And Gabriella has set up a handful of plants that seem to be thriving and doing well. Little ferns and things. Yes? Can I help you?
Good afternoon, Gabriella. My name is Lucius Jensen, and my compatriot here is Julian Benavides.
You've probably heard of me.
I think I remember hearing about you doing a concert at one point.
I like it here.
That's probably concerning.
Just means the staff have wonderful taste, and they're clearly piping my music into everyone because it is so magically relaxing.
It soothes the soul.
We're here to speak with you about your house.
And she kind of grimaces a little bit.
Your doctor has informed me that you came here because you were having troubling experiences.
Yes.
Please, if you wouldn't mind sharing.
Of course. There was an evil in that house. A terrible presence. I would wake up sometimes and feel something looming over me. But when I would open my eyes, there was nothing there. It got worse the longer we were in the house. Seeing things that you would only see for a moment, and then it would just disappear. Terrible smells coming out of the walls. I don't know what it was. I could never see it, but I could feel it in that place. I could feel it everywhere. And it hated Mario far more than it hated me. It took its anger out on him. I could feel it just watching us, hating us, filled with a seething, violent rage. And she's getting a little bit distraught. Could I get an inspiration test from one of the two of you? Either one, you pick.
I'll go ahead and take on that one.
I mean, she's heard of your music.
Do I have any bonuses for having Dr. Jensen in the room, or just straight up roll?
+1 bonus for Dr. Jensen if he's trying to help and not actively trying to hinder.
You know what? I think the best thing that you can do to help is just
Dr. Jensen in the back yelling, "Stop being so hysterical!"
Calm down!
It's the scene from Airplane, just
shaking her violently.
Well, only one success, 1 on 11.
Okay. That is not quite going to be enough. Do you want to push that roll?
Yeah, I do.
Go for it.
Okay, well, there's 4 successes on the first 6 dice. So...
Holy shit!
He's like, sorry, hang on, let me crack my hands real quick. Okay.
No more additional successes, but what is that, 5 on...
Sorry, I had to just warm up my empathy for a minute. Now I'm good.
And I helped.
Yeah, you did.
So, Phoenix.
Yeah.
It takes Julian a second, almost like he is kind of stretching out his conversational muscles, having let Dr. Jensen kind of take the lead. But after a second, he just hits that right tone of voice. He gets all the words just so. And Lucius, as you're watching this, it does almost feel like magic. You're watching Julian just say all the perfect things, and this person who is on the cusp of a panic attack just calms and relaxes and is soon totally back to baseline. Gaston leans over and whispers to you, "So you think I could interview him after this? I would love to pick his brain for some of his techniques."
Oh, God help me.
You look over and I'm perched atop the desk with my legs folded, my legs crossed daintily.
Mm-hmm. Is sitting like that part of it?
He, I'm sure, would be delighted to speak with you further, Gaston.
We will set something up. Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate you making this introduction. This is going to be invaluable to my research.
I'm already regretting it.
Now that you've calmed down Gabriella a bit, she is able to tell you about the final straw. The last night with Mario there, he drew a bath, called her upstairs, and then tried to drown her. Grabbed her and forced her into the tub under the water. She eventually managed to kick him enough in the hands to get him to let go. And after she got out, he had no memory of doing that. The experience seemed to break something in him, as that's when he began babbling. Gabriella had him committed. However, it wasn't over. About a month later, she woke up in the bath, underwater, unable to breathe. She just barely managed to claw her way out of the tub. And all she could remember above her was a presence, with something holding her under the water, in the impression of a glowing green flame.
Thank you, Gabrielle. I am very appreciative of your time and willingness. I know this must be very stressful for you.
You're not thinking of going into that house, are you?
Lucius will pause and then give kind of a solemn nod. We've been hired to examine the premises.
Don't. Just walk away from it. There's nothing good there. She briefly takes Julian's hand I couldn't bear to think of something happening and taking your voice away from the world, Julian Benavides.
It's going to be all right, Gabriella. Dr. Jensen would never let that happen.
She seems to nod at that. You keep him and those pipes safe.
I will do my very best.
And the two of you depart. This
Sorry,
much...
I just thought of this. Before we leave, I will ask, I'm sure she would have brought it up on her own, but I will ask, Gabriella, before we leave, is there anything that you remember that seemed to make the presence go away? Was it simply a matter of you woke up and it was gone, Mario noticed it and it left? Or was there anything that you were able to do that seemed to reduce or scare it or anything like that?
She racks her brain and she can't seem to think of anything. All she can remember is trying to get out of the house that night. She had been throwing clothes on, trying to just get out the door. But it felt like something was trying to keep her there. In her panic, she had thrown on her jacket inside out, and then suddenly it felt like she could get out the door. She doesn't know if that'll help, but she hopes it might.
Oh.
Is this... I turned to Dr. Jensen. Wasn't that something with the troll?
Now, Dr. Jensen, I will give you this, because you have a pretty good learning. This is a common thing amongst many Vossen.
Ah, they all have that.
God damn it.
Not a guarantee, but yeah, it is a factor with trolls.
In the response to Julian would be just like he like opened it like, but then quite like not specific, but like because he doesn't want to announce or acknowledge, I guess, the troll too much, but
you both also remember that was one of the ways to help protect yourself from the mayor as well.
Oh, pardon.
And the trolls.
That would make sense.
Is there anything else you want to ask Gabriella while she is feeling calm and relaxed?
I do, but it's more. Well, I'm going to ask you, the GM, first.
Okay.
Because I don't know how widely a thing this was, but I do know it was a thing. And I'm making also some assumptions. So Mario and Gabriella Bruno, I'm assuming Italian.
Correct.
So by being Italian, then I'm also then assuming Catholic.
Correct.
And I know a common thing with Catholics when they move into a new house is to get the house blessed by a priest.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, yeah, along those lines then would, if Lucius might ask her, when you first moved in, I'm sorry, are you and your husband Catholic?
Of course. She looks askance that you would ask that. Like, how could they not be?
When you first moved into the house, did you have the house blessed by a priest?
Of course.
Did anything happen?
No, not then. We did set up many crosses and crucifixes and rosaries, especially as the feeling in the house kept growing.
Did anything happen to those when it got bad?
As far as I know, no, they're still there.
Then, yeah, he'll thank her for her time and look to Julian to see if he has anything else.
Well, I'll take you, just kind of aside, trying to keep Gabriella or Gaston from overhearing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had kind of reminded me about the mayor, that was like, would it be coming for her here as well, or for him as well here? If they were the ones, I'd love to get them some sort of protections. And the only thing that I can think of, I don't think we're going to be able to convince the institution here or to the asylum here to hang steel scythes over their door. But do you think Gaston or someone, something that the mayor can count. You remember when I threw like that rice at her and she had to stop and count it?
Lucius will pause for a second. I don't know if they were targeted by the mayor, there would have been an incident here, right? Beyond just,
Yeah.
I think it seems to be something connected with the location itself.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, I think we should probably see if we can meet up with Sofie and go investigate the house.
Okay.
Then yeah, Lucius will thank Gabrielle. Then after leaving there, he'll thank Gaston for his help, and he appreciates him giving them access to the patients.
Mm-hmm. And Julian and Dr. Jensen kind of head out, having a quiet, whispered conversation about what it could be, while getting ready to hop back in the carriage. And back in Gabriella's room, she looks curiously at the floor and leans down and picks up a peacock feather.
Oh.
Has no idea where that came from.
God, I'm shedding.
I mean, yeah, we do have a peacock in the party, so I don't know that that's that surprising.
We just need to let him fly.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Now, Sofie, you are in a lantern-lit basement. There are a pair of skeletons wearing robes. There is a very large, elaborate wooden cabinet, a writing desk, tragically with no papers or books on it.
Boo.
And manacles fitted into iron rings in the walls. What are you looking into?
I'm sorry, but all that makes me think of is in Monty Python when they're singing and the skeleton's like, yep. Or not the skeleton, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I will look. Okay, you said there's skeletons in robes.
Mm-hmm.
How are they? Are they just
kind of lying on the ground, their backs having crumpled against the walls?
Are the robes like old and tattered, or
pretty old and tattered, with a lot of bad smoke damage on them?
Do I know how long ago? Did they tell us how long ago? I mean, did we find out?
8 years ago.
8 years?
Mm-hmm. Or actually, pardon me, 9 years.
Doesn't really seem long enough for these to be skeletons. Please hold. I need to know if I should do a check for this, or if...
Your learning is high enough. I'll just give it to you. These are not recent bodies. And you suspect if some people died down here due to smoke inhalation and were just left out, they would rot away.
Okay. I've watched CSI enough, I should know that. So, does the dust look disturbed down here, or...
No, it's pretty thick.
Interesting. So something has targeted or been involved with the church site in some way, because they put the mark on it outside, but they haven't been down here. Like, my assumption was that they, cultists had been meeting in this basement secretly, right?
It doesn't seem it. This place seems abandoned, except for wherever that mark was painted up top.
Okay, and so there's a desk that has no books or papers on it. I mean, I'm going to investigate the desk and the shelves and see if there's anything of interest.
Okay. You poke around the desk. It's sturdy. Good news is you could probably use that and the small chair here to be able to easily get back out.
Okay.
Pushing them out under the hole, stacking the chair on top of it, and climbing up that way. There aren't shelves per se, but there is a very large and elaborate armoire with all kinds of elaborate, carving and whorls that are etched onto it. And it doesn't appear to be locked. Be fine. Don't worry about it.
What's the worst that can happen? Come on.
I pull out my revolver.
Okay.
Just have it in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of stand as far back as I can and then reach out and like yank open the...
And I'm assuming setting like the lantern on the desk, so you're not trying to do that with your hands full.
Yeah.
You pull open the cabinet doors and they fly open very easily. Thankfully, nothing jumps out. That said,
Uh-huh.
Sofie might take interest in a couple of the things that are in here. Inside of the wooden cabinet are old, ruined robes, a worm-eaten journal, and a cracked, white porcelain mask. And it looks exactly like the one from the farm.
Yeah. Motherfucker. Fuck shit balls. Okay. Remind me, did that thing like give me the heebie-jeebies when I touched it, or just when
you looked at it? Like you saw that thing and hated it, and Yortz hissed and growled at it.
I wish Yortz was down here with me. I don't like this.
Now, I will add one other detail to that.
Okay.
That mask that you saw was not cracked or broken. The one in here is.
And I'm not getting the same vibe from it?
Yep.
Okay,
Did you pick it up?
Not yet. I'm gonna look at the journal first.
Okay. It is in bad shape. There's been a lot of water damage. You're pretty sure this has actually had, like, some pests get into it. So you're able to read the first page and one of the later pages, but that's about it.
Okay.
On the first page, it says, Record of the Chapel of Contemplation, Les Filles de Baudouin. And on the later page that you're able to find, you make out the text that says, Corbett was entombed with it, as per his wishes.
Okay. Entombed with it. Okay.
Also, given Sophie's incredible learning stat, I will just give you this. Les Filles de Baudouin means the sons of Baldwin.
Is that in French?
Yes.
It's le fils. Le fils. That's why I didn't know what you were saying. I'm like, is he saying something in French? I can't
Le
tell.
Fiche de Baudouin.
Le fils de Baudouin. Okay.
Le Fils.
Le fils. Yeah, you got it.
Listen, I don't know if you know this. I don't actually speak French.
I know.
I know my French accent fooled you all.
No shade whatsoever. I just was trying to clarify.
Qu'est-ce que fuck?
Okay. So obviously taking note of that.
Mm-hmm. Like, it begins to fall apart and molder in your hands.
Okay.
I'll leave it up to you if you're going to keep it. Or this book is probably not skirt-worthy.
Can I pull out those pages, or are they just going to crumble?
Oh, yeah, you could pull out those pages.
Okay, yeah, I'll just pull out those couple pages and just tuck them, like, in my jacket.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to... Oh, let me look... I want to look in the robes and just see if there's any pockets in it before I do anything else.
Nothing.
Okay.
They got pockets, because of course they do, but they don't have anything in them.
Cultists get pockets in 1880.
Mm-hmm.
Women don't get pockets until
2025.
25, unless they sew them in themselves. So, okay, I would like to rip off a little piece of the robe and pick up the mask pieces with that, because even though it's broken and I'm not getting any heebie-jeebies yet, I don't want to chance it.
Mm-hmm. Very well. Now, the mask is cracked. It is not completely broken.
Okay.
So it's got, like, cracks running across the face of it.
Mm-hmm.
But Sofie kind of wraps up her hand in some of those robes so she doesn't directly touch it, puts her fingers into the eye holes to lift it up.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice one other key difference. The mask from the farmstead had runic writing on the back of it.
Yeah.
For you, very familiar runic writing.
Uh-huh.
This mask does not. This is completely blank on the backside of it.
Interesting. Remind me, so at the farm, I mean, I know that the mask and all the stuff down there was due to the guy trying to, the guy was basically one of the, not the library, but the bigger overall organization that the library is part of.
Had something to do maybe with the society.
The society, okay. And he was trying to capture the Vossen, and, he's all, we can use it and control it, blah, blah.
Now, that said, you also did not see any direct references to the society when you were looking through some of his stuff. So it seemed like maybe he had gotten some information from them, but was not a direct member or part of it.
Oh, I see. Okay. I didn't think that his actions were part of
the society, yeah.
Yeah, part of the society, but, okay. So, do I think that writing was the whole issue with the mask?
Give me a learning test.
3 successes out of 10 dice.
All right, that's enough. Sofie is not 100% sure, but she's pretty sure it wasn't just the writing or just the mask. It was the two in combination.
Okay. Well then, in that case, continuing to gingerly hold it, if there's nothing else down here, I mean, I'll double check the skeletons to make sure there's no, key around their neck or, something like that.
Nope, nothing of any significance on them.
Okay.
They don't have any identifying marks, any identifying, wallets or anything nice, convenient like that. You kind of search them over, but as soon as you start moving them around, the bones kind of collapse in on themselves.
Okay.
They had robes with pockets, and they used them for nothing.
God damn it.
The fools!
Cretins. On that, I will...
Make your escape?
Scurry back up to the surface.
All right. We cut away from Sofie, Dr. Jensen, and Julian, and go back to the library. There is a knock on the front door. Jeremy gingerly opens it and sees a young man standing there. Hello, can I help you? The young man smiles at Jeremy, looks at him for a moment, and says, "Would you like your heart's desire?" Jeremy looks a bit puzzled for a second. Wait, what? And the man just smiles and says, "It can be found at the Corbett House in Seattle." Jeremy turns back. Is anyone expecting this person? Looks back, and there's no one there. We slowly pan back from Jeremy standing in front of an empty door, and his eyes have a little hint of green in them that they didn't have before.
Fuck socks.
But we'll find out more about that next time.
What? I thought this was supposed to be 2 episodes.
Bad news!
God damn it. Bad news, we split the party or we could be done by now.
That's the level of enthusiasm I aim for with my games. God, it could have been finished already. All right, and with that, dear listener, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. Our theme song is Myths and Legends by Robert Bruckmeyer and is playing right now. Our episode music is from the incredible Andreas Lundstrom's RPG soundtracks, and you can hear more of his work on the Sweden Rolls podcast. Our editor is Hannah Cheney. If you've enjoyed the show, it would mean the world to all of us if you could share it with a friend. Or an acquaintance, a stranger, even an enemy. We're not super picky. However, it is the single best way to help us get new listeners and continue to grow. If you've really enjoyed the show and you want to let the world know just how much, we are launching a storefront where you can buy some cool gear and a Patreon. You'll find the links in our show notes. We'll be looking forward to sharing more stories of the Vossen in the Pacific Northwest. But until then, remember the motto of the library. Fear gives way to knowledge. Knowledge gives way to wisdom. And wisdom gives way to the truth. Until next time.